welcome back to another video. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me in my little corner of the internet. New month, new tray. Really excited to show you what I have in store for the month of May. What we're currently looking at is my April tray, so I thought I'd do just a quick little recap. Most of these are longtime faves with a couple new little travel oils and one new perfume that I wanted to, actually a couple new perfumes that I wanted to test out for last month. First one here was Tocca Simone, which is a beautiful floral, aquatic, fruity scent. It's got notes of watermelon. I believe there's some ylang ylang, there's some tropical florals in it. It's a very sweet, floral, fruity perfume with a touch of, that's a touch aquatic. You know, I love a lot of Tocca perfumes. I love their bottles, I love their presentation, and I equally love the juice. And this was beautiful to wear during the spring season. I cannot start spring without bringing out a Chloe perfume. So of course, I wore the mess, the absolute mess out of Chloe Eau de Parfum. This is the first, this is the original one. Clearly you can see I've put a big old dent in this perfume. Beautiful. This is your classic, beautiful, fresh, soapy, aquatic rose fragrance. It's a touch powdery. It's honestly so beautiful. This is a classic for a reason. It's been around for a long time now, maybe 15. I want to say over 15 years, over 10 years definitely. And this is easily one of my favorites. This is an easy staple in my collection. I'm honestly thinking of once I finish this little, I believe this was a 50 ml, I will 100% repurchase and get a larger size. Although you don't need much to wear, I cannot go without having Chloe in my collection. Such a beautiful, fresh, floral, easy to wear, easy to reach for perfume, and I loved wearing it during April. I'm not sure where to go from here. Let's talk about this one here. Côte d'Azur from Sand and Fog. This is a beautiful little affordable perfume oil. This is inspired by Glossier You. However, I find that this is a less sweet and more aquatic version of it. It's very interesting, and it is a very unique scent profile. I will give it to Glossier because before this particular scent profile was popular, I had never smelled anything like it. I have owned a travel size of the Glossier You perfume, and I am completely in love with that particular woody, powdery, dry scent profile that it has. A lot of people say that it kind of smells like pencil shavings or honestly, yeah, like a woody pencil shaving quality. And even Côte d'Azur has that same quality. Sometimes I find that this almost smells like paper. It is very dry and not sweet, but I really, really adore this little oil. And I recently purchased this another little cheapie. This is Bare Skin from the Good Scent, and this is another iteration of that Glossier You powdery, dry, woody, slightly spicy skin scent profile. Ugh, it's a lot of words to describe a perfume. However, I find that Bare Skin takes this a little sweeter. There's notes of iris, like a very sweet, powdery, cosmetic style of iris, and there's also lavender in this one. They list the notes on the back here. Yeah, bergamot, pink pepper, iris, lavender, peony. There's a skin musk, ambrette, and wood, and a white wood note. So very similar to each other. This one leans a little more aquatic and less sweet. This one has more of a powdery, sweet profile. I've worn them together, I've worn them separate, and I love them both. Another little Sand and Fog oil that I wore, this one is White Tulip, inspired by Byredo's La Tulipe. However, I find that I still am not sure what a tulip flower smells like. To me, I pick up a very sweet, soapy white floral. Whenever I wear this, I always imagine jasmine petals that somebody has sprinkled a very clear and clean honey over. I absolutely love this. I really do. It smells so dang good. Very classy, very fresh, yet very sweet too. It's very interesting. My sister wore this and then she layered it with Toka's Cleopatra, and I would have never ever thought of that. So I definitely will have to try that later on. But this was just another easy reach for me. I wore this a lot I wore this a lot for work. My little discontinued gem that I'm hoarding the juice. Somebody stop me from wearing this, please. Oh my gosh. This is Alien Eau Extraordinaire from Mugler. This is that signature classic alien jasmine, powdery woody DNA. Very sweet jasmine scent. However, this one has a more brighter quality to it. I think there's citruses, I want to say a solar accord, or even some tropical florals in it. Forgive me, I don't remember the notes off the top of my head, but I really adore this little perfume here. I love the bottle, love the presentation. The way that it looks, like it's a very clear ambery golden color, is exactly how it smells. It's that alien, instead of it being that dark, heavy, woody jasmine quality that Alien has, that can kind of almost sort of smell a little bit like that bubblegummy jasmine. This one is brighter, it's lighter. This one is also a little touch more powdery than the original Alien. I wore this to a concert. My sister and I went to go see Florence and the Machine, one of my all-time favorite artists. And the time was had. God, we had the time of our lives. And I have such a beautiful little memory associated with this. Yeah, this was honestly maybe my favorite for the month. Another favorite solar floral that I like to wear is the Good Sense Solar Floral. Little cheapie that I picked up at TJ Maxx last year or so. This smells very similar to Cheirosa 62 from Sol de Janeiro. However, I find that this does not have that gourmand salted caramel accord. It is still quite floral. It has tropical yellow florals like ylang ylang. It's sweet from like a vanilla tonka bean dry down. And there's a touch saltiness to it as well. It's a very bright, fun, beachy scent. Again, very similar to Sol de Janeiro, but without that heavy caramel or that heavy sweet gourmand accord. I think that now that I've had this, once I finish up my little teeny travel size body mist that's taking me ages to finish, but once I finish that, I'm pretty happy with what I have here. Funny enough, I was testing out these little travel sizes from Sand and Fog. So this is Coastal Cashmere, which I thought smelled very similar to the Boom Boom Cream from Sol de Janeiro, and I still stand by it. However, I find that I don't enjoy this one. When it comes to that scent profile, there's something in this little oil that smells very sharp and kind of gives me a headache. Like, you know, those headaches that it hits you right in between the eyes and it ruins your day. A little goes a long way with it, or maybe I'd have to wear it further away from my nose. Maybe I'll just do like a little less applications or water it down with some lotion or another carrier oil. I even tried layering these two together because they have a very similar scent profile. And again, I think I prefer Solar Floral more because it wears a little lighter and it's not so abrasive. I think maybe in just an oil concentrate, that scent profile is just too much to me. My nose is weird. My nose is crazy. The heart likes what the heart likes. The nose likes what the nose likes. I can't give you any rhyme or reason. So I'm going to put this aside, give it a little bit more wear, and see how I feel. Luckily enough, I purchased this in a little sample set, so once I finish this, I don't know if I would want coastal cashmere. Still very pretty, just I got a bit of a headache when wearing it. Another new one in my collection was Yara, the infamous internet-breaking Yara. This particular bottle was created from Ard Al-Zafaran. Again, forgive me, Ard Al-Zafaran, which is a sister company from Lattafa. I guess they are making these smaller 50 ml bottles. And once again, I feel like I've been bamboozled because I'm not sure what is so internet breaking about this scent profile. Like, it's okay. All in all, I don't hate it. I don't particularly love it. It's just, you know, when it falls right in the middle, it's okay. I'm not sure if it's my particular scent profile. Like, it's very cute. It definitely smells pink. But when I smell this, I'm not quite sure what exactly I'm smelling. Overall, sometimes this smells like just a generic hair conditioner or a lotion. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this smells more so like a lotion. It's a little sweet. Actually, I should say it's very sweet. It's a little powdery. It's a little gourmand. There's some florals in it. But again, everything is so nondescript and a little muddled to my nose that it's nothing that really lights fireworks within me. As Marie Kondo says, you know, it does not spark joy. It's honestly okay. And for $8, like, guys, I'm not gonna, you know, not gonna moan too much about it. It was an $8 perfume. And it quite honestly smells like an $8 perfume. Sometimes I can see similarities between Mont Blanc's Signature. Now, they're not dupes, not at all dupes, but something about it reminds me. They're very similar in, I guess, structure, scent structure, where it has like a little fruity accord. You know, there's some tropical florals, except Mont Blanc's Signature doesn't have that gourmand quality that gives it that sweetness. Mont Blanc's Signature honestly reminds me of like a lotion, and the same way that this reminds me of a lotion. So if Mont Blanc would be like a really nice, I don't know, $30 lotion, and then this is like your run-of-the-mill $20, or I should say like $5 drugstore lotion. Cute. Maybe I need to give this time to macerate. Quote unquote macerate. Or mature, set aside, let it sit for a little bit, because I know a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances are quite notorious for that. I don't really care nor buy for that whole maceration thing or maturation thing. I wear my perfumes right out the jump, because the last time I tried to follow that whole maturation thing was with Lattafa's, was it Camera? Yeah, Camera. And again, I felt bamboozled. So we'll see. I also tried to wear it with the other infamous one, Marshmallow Skies from Sand and Fog, which is inspired by Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow. And again, I feel like this was cute. It's that sweet strawberry. It's a sweet fruity vanilla. When I smell this, it makes me think of those strawberries and cream candies. So I think they did a very good job at portraying that scent profile. It's a sweet, fruity vanilla that is reminiscent of a strawberry and cream. Like, that reminds you of something that smells like strawberries and cream. It's nice. I don't know if it's a scent profile for me though. You know, you ever get that feeling like when you wear a fragrance, you're like, yeah, it's nice, but it's just not me. No hate on it. This was actually really, really nice. And layered together, they were okay. I think I got to play around with it a little more. One that was an absolute fail for me was this one. This is Vanilla Sugar from Sand and Fog. And this was also an inspiration from a Kayali scent. This was inspired from Kayali's Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. And this is very sweet. It is a very sweet, slightly spiced, fruity vanilla. And it is so very sweet that it almost turns my stomach. And wearing it also gave me a headache. But at the same time, while wearing it, I was just also unimpressed by it. God, I don't want to be such a hater. But it was like, okay. I went to Sephora and smelled the original scent. And again, I feel like it's just okay. They are similar. I will give it to them. It is very similar to that scent profile. Maybe this one just yields a little more fruity. There's, pear, a heavy dose of vanilla, patchouli, although I'm not really picking up like a gourmand style of patchouli, like a rich chocolatey type of patchouli, which I adore. It really is just okay. I also find that this scent could be quite unisex. Granted, because it's sweet fragrances are very trendy. Both men and women love wearing heavy, sweet sugar bomb fragrances. So vanilla sugar, I think, and that particular Kayali vanilla candy rock sugar, Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle scent profile is quite unisex. I feel like both men and women can wear it. And I think, for a $5 perfume oil, it's well worth your money. It lasts quite a while, but this is just a little too much for me. You guys know I'm a Viva La Juicy fan. I'm a Viva La Juicy girl. I love the original Viva La Juicy, but La Fleur is my favorite flanker. It's a more aquatic floral version of it. It doesn't last as long as the original Viva La Juicy, but I don't mind that at all. I wore it together with Enchanted Blossom, also from Sand and Fog, which is their inspired version of Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. They wear nicely together. It's a very fresh, sweet floral fragrance. Imagine like a sweet jasmine with some brown sugar, sweet gardenia with some brown sugar. It's nice, it's cute, it's girly, and it's easy to wear. Two easy to reach bedtime scents was Clean Classic Soft Laundry, which is a very powdery, aquatic, neroli lavender fragrance. It honestly smells like soft laundry, like baby soap laundry. I love wearing this to bed. I even wore it to work because, sometimes there are those days where you don't really want to smell like perfume. You just kind of want to smell like laundry, at least for me. And then I also wore OG Classic Glow from JLo, which is a beautiful, clean, creamy, white floral scent. It smells very similar to Nivea cream or Dove soap. Again, I love soapy clean florals, so these two are easy staples in my collection. And last but not least is my love, my baby, Gucci Bloom. This is my bombastic, beautiful bouquet of white florals. Jasmine, honeysuckle, tuberose, fresh, clean, a little green, a little creamy. Beautiful springtime staple. All right, so now that I had mentioned Gucci Bloom, you guys know I'm a big fan of that particular perfume line, so it's only appropriate that I bring out another iteration of Gucci Bloom. This one is new to my collection. I just recently purchased it, and it's a flanker, of course. This is Gucci Bloom's Profumo di Fiori. And first of all, let me give it a moment to appreciate this absolutely stunning bottle. I love this yellow. Oh, I love this yellow color. It is striking. It is eye-catching. It's a little trippy. Love this bottle. And this is exactly like Gucci Bloom. Tuberose, jasmine, honeysuckle. Still has that green, clean, and slightly creamy scent profile. However, they've added some tropical florals like ylang ylang and a bright, warm solar accord in the dry down. Is this redundant? Yes. Do I care? No. I love this scent profile, and I cannot wait to wear it during May. I got this heavily discounted, and I'm guessing it's because, there's a little slight defect here in the cap. That does not bother me. I'm here for the juice, and I'm here for a good time with Gucci Bloom. Next one is another new fragrance in my collection. I purchased this one during that Ulta sale where they were having fragrances for 50% off. This is Rose Era from Snif. I've seen a lot of perfume reviewers and a lot of my favorite perfume reviewers talk about this fragrance. This is a very clean, perfumey, slightly fresh rose fragrance while also maintaining a lot of sweetness. There's a touch of fruitiness in the opening as well. Oh, I love that bottle. There's a touch of fruitiness in the opening as well. I'm gonna give this some time to wear over the month of May, see how I truly feel about it. I got this little 30 ml, like I said, 50% off, so it's $30, which I feel is very appropriately priced, because $60 for a little 30 ml is a little hefty for me, but I love a good sale. And I feel like, to test out a little fragrance for $30 for a 1 ml, travel sizes are going for $30 at this point. So I'm happy, and I'm happy to have it. Now, you guys know spring is not complete without having a Chloe fragrance. So I'm going to add Chloe Eau de Parfum Naturelle, which shares the same similar profile as the original Eau de Parfum. However, this is a fresher, honestly, much more fresher version and much more green version than the original. This smells like an actual natural rose with the green stems and the leaves. It's very pretty. It's such a lovely, lovely rose scent. I love both equally. They're like sisters to me, twin sisters. Maybe one might be a little more outgoing, the original, and then she's a little more reserved, the Naturelle. Bringing out some more florals for spring. This is a longtime favorite of mine and a frequent repurchase of mine. This is Tocca Florence. And if you want a beautiful gardenia fragrance, this is your girl. This is a beautiful combination of pear and gardenia. It's clean, it's slightly sweet, it's floral, it's a little creamy because of that gardenia note. This is so lovely. It's a very simple scent profile, but it gets the job done. And you can always find these little mini dabbers, or sometimes they have it in the travel set at discounters. If you want to, if you can't find it there, you can always go to like an Anthropology or even an Urban Outfitters. Sometimes you can also find them there, although I'm not gonna lie, like they were a little expensive at Anthropology. If you find a sale, I think it's great. But I always find these at discounters for like $15. Less than that too if you find them on a good day. Another repurchase. This is an oldie but a goodie. I fell in love with this perfume last year, finished up my little 1 ml, and I instantly knew that I was going to repurchase and get the big boy. This is L'Eau d'Izzy from Issey Miyake. And I was not playing, guys. I was not playing. I got this big boy. This is the 100 ml. I bought this one at that crazy perfume store that I like to go to off the side of the highway. They had this one for $30. And of course, I was going to purchase this. This is the most unique, crisp, clean, aquatic floral. And this features an interesting note of water lily. I'm not sure if it is the water lily accord that I'm smelling, but again, I can't quite put it into words how this smells like. It smells like clean, cool waters. It's very fresh. It is a little green, maybe a touch metallic too. There's like an interesting metallic quality that it has. Like imagine a cold, clean porcelain shower with, metal accents. I'm rambling, but follow me here. And then there's these water lily petals inside this cold water. It's not necessarily natural smelling. It's almost a little molecular, yet vintage. At the same time, one of these days, I will figure out how to properly describe l'eau d'Issy. But again, I've never smelled a perfume that smelled like this, and especially an aquatic perfume. Because, you know, 90s aquatics, 2000s aquatics, they all tend to share similar ideas. Like when you smell Chloe, you can definitely get, it has like a rose water quality. Cool water, again, it's like a very citrusy, watery quality. This one, I'm guessing it's that water lily accord with that aquatic quality that a lot of these old 90s and 2000s perfumes had. And I love it. This is an easy worn spring summer staple, and I'm happy to have her again in my collection. Another throwback is Cherry in Japan from Escada. This is an awesome little fruity fragrance. This is cherry, jasmine, tonka bean. It's sweet, it's fruity, a little floral, a little creamy and airy. Think of Japanese cherry blossom from Bath and Body Works, but you cut the concentration in half. You make it a little lighter and a little sweeter to wear. Love this fragrance. It reminds me of, petals falling in the air. It is very sweet, very cute. These were their summer limited editions. You know how Escada releases new perfumes every summer. So I think this is discontinued. But to be honest, I'm not hunting for something like this. I have 100 ml and that is plenty. I wear these Escada perfumes like body mists because they are so fruity and light in wearing. But it's one of those scents that's just fun, it's flirty, it's an easy reach. Breaking up some of this floral, this floral tray that I have going on, I wanted to add Carolina Herrera's Good Girl Legere to my tray for May, mostly because I like, this is the same Carolina Herrera Good Girl profile. I like this one a little more because it's a fresher take on it. Like, imagine if they made it into an eau de toilette. This has, some crisp fruits in the opening. It's got a really pretty dulce de leche accord, and it has that same, sweet jasmine profile. One of these days, I would love to get my hands on the Jasmine Absolute, the new flanker that came out. But this one, again, I love wearing it because it is a cleaner, lighter, a little fresher take on it. And I think, honestly, this version, the Legere, works year-round. You can wear this spring, summer. You could even pull this off during the summer, maybe summer evenings, fall, winter. I really enjoy wearing it. It's a perfumey perfume, but it's a very sexy version of it. This is an OG staple in my collection. I refuse to not have this in my collection. This is Burberry Brit, the Eau de Toilette, and this is a beautiful, sweet, bright, candied almond, powdery, sweet perfume. This one has lime and lemongrass, and it's zesty in the opening. And then it tones down, it dries down to a very sweet, powdery, candied almond, vanilla. There's some woods. It's not particularly a floral fragrance, but it does wear like a floral fragrance in the fact that it's so fresh. I love, clearly, the dent does not lie, how much I love this perfume. And I always love wearing this during the spring and summer season. It's just one of those easy reaches for me. Another easy reach is Banana Republic's Peony and Peppercorn. This is one of those fresh aquatic floral fragrances. This one's a little spiced in the opening with the peppercorn. It's not overbearing though. I get more of a rose quality than peony, or maybe it's the combination of that rose and peony accord. It's a little aquatic as well. Sometimes this perfume reminds me of a fresh shampoo. It does definitely have that shampoo quality. If you've smelled Versace's Bright Crystal or the Bright Crystal Absolute, this is in that same scent profile. It's pink, it's girly, it's fresh, it's clean, and I love wearing it during the spring season. Another pink, fresh, girly perfume, because clearly I have a trend, I have a scent profile that I like. This is Coach Eau de Toilette, and this is another rosy, aquatic, citrusy fragrance. I absolutely love wearing this. Sometimes I know it can smell a little generic. It does definitely smell like a perfumey perfume, like the counter store of Macy's. But I really enjoy this one. I thought I had the Eau de Parfum version, but I've since decluttered it because I find that I prefer the Eau de Toilette. I like that citrus rose wood combination that this one has. And I like that this is a little more aquatic as well. Very pretty, very easy to wear. And again, the dent does not lie at how much I enjoyed this fragrance. Let me fix up my tray for a second. I'm bringing out this little sand and fog oil. This is Shoreline. Again, I can't ever remember what this was inspired by, but to me, I find that this is quite floral. It's like a floral woody scent, a little powdery, and just a touch sweet. It's not particularly a sweet fragrance. I teeter-totter between thinking that this smells like a white floral or a yellow floral, because it does have something tropical about it in the sense that it, I can't necessarily say that if it's, maybe it could be ylang ylang. Yeah, again, I'm doing such a disservice to this little oil, but it is actually a very, very nice oil. It's quite unique because, again, I'm thinking that it is a combination of white and yellow florals with some wood in the dry down. So it's very powdery, slightly creamy, very woody, and just a touch aquatic. Clearly you can see the trends I'm going with for this month. I'm reaching for a lot of aquatic florals. This next one is new to my collection, another sand and fog oil. This is Strawberry Spritz. And this one I purchased at TJ Maxx for $16.99. This is inspired by Fleur's Strawberry Letter. And this one is a very sweet, almost green, a little soapy strawberry fragrance. This fragrance reminds me somewhere in between of strawberry candy and strawberry scented soap. I quite like it, and I'll definitely see how this wears during the month of May. We still get a couple cool days where I'm at, and we're due for some warm weather, so I think this will be a really nice one to try out and see how it wears. But I do quite like it. It's, strawberry is very much on trend recently. There's been a million strawberry fragrances between, oh my God, Coach Love, Burberry Her, Kayali. There's a lot of Fleur, Nest, Santa Barbara strawberry. There's like a lot of strawberry fragrances. So I've been honestly accumulating a little bit too much strawberry fragrances. So they kind of smell a little similar in that sense. But this one honestly smells the most like a strawberry, in so much that it's borderline like too much strawberry. But again, I've only given this some test wears. I'm going to give this a proper full day wear during the month of May. And last but not least is another new fragrance in my collection. This is Sunkissed Hibicus from Nest. And I need to stop and give this bottle some appreciation. Oh my God. It almost looks like the image, the hibiscus flower image, is popping out at you. I love that motif of where you have black, like a matte black with florals on it. It's a simple bottle, but the image is quite stunning. And shame on Nest for changing their packaging. I was at the Sephora recently, and I saw that they had a lot of new perfume releases, and it is not the same. What? They have massacred. They've massacred my boy. Because maybe I'll put up a picture of a new release. I can't remember the names of it. Whatever they've done is so simple and so cheap looking How do you go from this gorgeous, gorgeous image? Look at the detail on the painted flowers. How do you go from that to whatever this is? Shame on Nest. Anyway, rant over. I purchased this one at TJ Maxx, heavily discounted. I was really lucky that day. I've been seeing some Nest perfumes discounted at those stores. But anyway, on to the scent. This is a very solar floral fragrance. There's a touch of vanilla in it. It smells like a suntan cream or a suntanning lotion without necessarily relying on coconut. It's very pretty. This smells like sun-bleached hair and sun-kissed skin. It's a little tropical. It's sweet, slightly salty as well, and very light and airy. Again, very pretty. I'm very happy to have this one in my collection. I purchased a lot more Nest perfumes. Girl, it's a problem. But, you know, these packaging is honestly very stunning. And I can't wait to wear this one for May. I feel like this is going to be a good one. So that wraps up my tray for the upcoming month. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are you guys wearing for the month of May? Give me a like if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to. I will always appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.